Hi YouTube family, it's me, Big to Little Daisy. I am a couple of days, or actually almost a week out from my 2-month post-op. I actually tried to make a video last week and for some reason it wasn't uploading, but um, yeah, I'm 2 months out and I am so happy to announce that I am 40 pounds down. So right now I'm 208, my starting weight was 248. And each day it keeps getting better and better. For all of you guys that are contemplating or just thinking about having surgery, I would recommend it 100%. Um, yes, those jitters right before you have surgery, after you have surgery, those 24 hours right after surgery, all that gas and everything, it's kind of bad, but little by little, like everybody says, it gets better. And you start to lose weight and you start to feel better about yourself and you start to go shopping and looking better, getting all those compliments and all the hard work that you did pre-op with the liquid diet or all the pain that you felt afterwards surgery, it just diminishes and you start to love your sleeve, which I'm loving it. I know a couple of you guys were asking first, how am I doing? I'm alive. Um, I still have a couple issues. Like I said in my previous video, sometimes I eat too fast. Um, and sometimes I eat a little bit too much, but little by little I'm starting to see how much I can eat and that's getting better. Also, the other day I had this mishap where I forgot my lunch and I had from before surgery, I had in the refrigerator at work, I had some chicken nuggets. And I said, well, I might as well have these. From the get-go, I knew it was a bad decision, but I was hungry. Um, I had this thing where I got stuck. It was bad. So I wouldn't recommend chicken nuggets, first because it's got bread, carbs, and it's just not a good choice. And it's kind of hard coming down. And I think it's because I overcooked them too in the microwave. But I survived. I'm still here. I haven't had any issues. I am one of those people that, thank God, I didn't have any issues during surgery. A little bit of low blood pressure, but didn't have any issues during surgery, after surgery, and post-op. Up to now, I haven't had any issues. No leaks, nothing. Um, that's one of the things that I can say for Dr. Alvarez. I can just tell that because of the way that I have reacted after having surgery. Keep in mind, this is my first surgery ever. The way my scars are healing, I didn't have any infections. There was pretty much nothing that I had to do. Just don't touch your scars, bathe normally and lightly scrub, with your hand. Let the gauze or whatever, the strips fall off. There was pretty much nothing I had to do. Nothing like I've seen that the drainage, they had a drainage tube, people getting infections. I didn't have any of that. Um, and I'm grateful for that. I'm really grateful. Dr. Alvarez is a great doctor. Um, but to answer another question, you guys, some of you guys were asking me how my son is doing. He's doing great. We actually went down this past weekend to Florida. We took him to Aquatica and we had a pool party. He just turned 3 years old and we had a wonderful party with Thomas the Train and he loved it. I wore a bathing suit to Aquatica. I didn't feel like a blimp, a huge whale, but I definitely wasn't the biggest and I wasn't the smallest one there, so at least I fit in. Um, and I got a new bathing suit, which I think is really cute. Let me show you guys. But it's this is a size medium. Granted, it's a little tight still, but it's a bathing suit and it fit nicely. But I could probably be using a large top, but I got this a little bit smaller so that I'm going to be able to use it. But the bottoms were extra large because you guys see me, I've got a big booty. But the one that I wore to Aquatica the day before, which is Saturday, before we had the pool party, and it was just a little too big, like up in here. So I decided we went by Walmart. I decided just to get a quick bathing suit. Um, but we had fun. A lot of things that I'm noticing as far as non-scale victories is I have a minivan. A couple months back, I've been wanting to change my minivan for a long time. Granted, I'm only 25 years old. I've got one kid, and the gas price is just outrageous. But I had been shopping. I wanted a four-door car, and I had gone to see like a Toyota Camry, and this is about the time where I definitely was like, I have to have the surgery because the fact that I would get into these cars and I felt like I was huge. There was no room for me. They were so small, and this is like a sedan. Um, so, um, but regardless of that, I haven't got a new car. I still don't feel comfortable in those smaller cars, but my minivan, like my steering wheel, definitely there is more room for me, and that's one of those non-scale victories where I can feel myself smaller, and so I'm not like huge. Um, Other than that, I was getting like a size 9 in shoes. Like lately, when I was buying like sandals or shoes, I was buying a size 9 because my ankles were so swollen, my feet were so fat, my feet were getting so wide that I just had to get a bigger size. I was like an 8, 8.5 before. Now I'm starting, like, now I went this weekend and got some sandals and I got an 8.5. And I have a feeling that in a couple of months, once I lose all the weight that I need to lose, I'm probably going to be back at an 8, which I haven't been in a long time. But that's another non-scale victory. It went from 9 to 8.5. The other day it was raining. I tried on some boots, even though now it's not that cold, but it still was cold and rainy, and they zipped up. Now, they're not the boots that I want to be wearing whenever I get to goal weight, which one of my goals is to be able to wear those boots that come up to your knees because I have huge calves. But they they zipped up. They're like the ankle boots, and they zipped up, which they didn't. Um, and they weren't like tight. So they zipped and they weren't tight and they were comfortable like on my feet. Um, Another thing is when we have a full size bed, which is pretty small for 2 people, but we were wanting to get a queen size bed, and I still want to get one, but I just felt like I was huge in this bed, and thank God my partner's skinny, but I felt like he was gonna be falling off the bed, but now I just sleep better. I take up less room. Even though I've only lost 40 pounds, but still I take up less room, and I have less tossing and turning, and I'm sleeping better. Um, I'm less worried, and I'm less. I just come, and I'm more ready to go to sleep. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's not that I'm tired during the day, because I thank God I haven't been really tired. There have been a couple of times where some problem days where I just felt like I had to get rest and I've gone to sleep early, but that was because it was that time of month, or I got sick, and I got sick for like a week, a couple, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I got sick, um, and I just kept hydrated. I didn't have any issues with that. I was worried that I was going to get sick and I was going to have issues because I had the sleep and everything, and but I didn't have any issues. I did feel like I didn't want to eat as much and drink as much, but still, that week I still tried to keep my fluids in and stuff. But let's move on to the other non-sleep victory. What else? A lot of you guys ask, as far as when you have partners, or how you feel in bed. I definitely feel more attractive when I'm going out. I'm starting to dress nicer because I fit into nicer clothes. But also I do feel more attractive. I don't know if he sees me any more attractive, but I do know that whenever we were at the water park and I had this bathing suit on, he was walking behind me, and I noticed he was looking, and he did slap me on the booty. So, but yeah, I would think that he finds me more attractive, and yes, I don't know if it's become more frequent that we're having intercourse, but definitely, you know, as you lose weight, you and your partner are going to see you more attractive, and so you will definitely be more inclined to do more things and do different things, different positions. So, um, what else? Um, I know I haven't talked a lot about my goals. What are my goals? My goal is to be at, well, whenever I talked to Dr. Alvarez, I believe he said I could be like at 125, 130. So my goal is to be at 125, 130. Um, Another goal of mine is to be able to wear a two-piece. Never worn a two-piece. I think I wore one when I was like 13 or 12 years old, and I still wasn't looking good. So I want to be able to wear a two-piece and look good and be that hot mom on the beach. Um, like I talked about a couple of minutes ago, I want to be able to wear knee-high boots. That's always been forever. That's always been something that I want to do. What else? Shorts. I want to be able to wear shorts. Um, wear shorts, not any capris, not any boy shorts. I want to be wear shorts and look good in them. Mini skirt. I really want to be able to wear a skirt. A mini skirt, not just a skirt that comes up to your knees, but a mini skirt. Be able to go out with my partner and go out to the clubs and everything, and be able to wear a mini skirt. I mean, I'm only 25 years old. I should be able to wear a mini skirt. What else? That's pretty much it. What I can think about right now. That's pretty much it. I should be making lists of what I'm going to talk about in this video, but I've been getting a lot of more responses from you guys. I know Dr. Alvarez did the video that we did right after surgery, and I've been getting a lot more views. And I really appreciate everybody that's subscribing and that's watching my videos. I had gotten really discouraged after the first couple of videos because I didn't see a lot of views, I didn't see a lot of responses, and I said, well, maybe these people don't want to hear what's going on in my life. They don't want to see me. They don't want to know what's going on. But I have been seeing some messages in my inbox and some responses and some subscriptions, and so I'm getting a little bit more excited about doing videos, and I'm definitely watching you guys. There's so many people that I watch, and I'm bad with names. That's one of the things that I've never been good at, is I'm not good with names, and I probably should write them down, and like some of the people that I've seen on here, write them down and then give the shout outs. But you guys are all looking good. I know there's one girl out there that just got engaged. I don't remember your name, but I always watch your videos, and congratulations on your engagement. That's a really, really big step, and I congratulate you on that beautiful ring and finding that special person that accepts you just the way you are. And I also am really happy that you're doing this for yourself, and that you're not doing it for somebody else, but you're doing it for yourself. But yeah, you guys have a wonderful Mother's Day. I will be having a wonderful Mother's Day with my son. All you women out there, all you mothers that get up each day and take care of your children, and give a positive influence on their lives, and that are doing this because of your children, because you want to be a better mother, because you want to be out there running around and playing with them. That is, to me, the definition of being a mother that's there to be with your children and thick and thin, that's there every day and is doing the menial task of getting up, brushing their teeth. I mean, just everyday tasks that not every woman would do, and I've seen prime example of that, and that not every woman has the opportunity to be a mother. And I am definitely grateful on this Mother's Day to have my son, having had 3 years with him, and it'll be a special one this year. that I was worried before I